Hello, witches. I am High Priestess Autumn Fitness. Thank you for hopping on this live, or if you are watching a replay on my other social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, be sure to turn on notifications for my accounts so that you can be alerted to when I go live or when I make a post. So this broadcast is titled Increased Interest in Witches in 2024. Now, you may be saying, well, High Priestess, there has always been an interest in witches. That is true. There has always been an interest in witches. Always. Always. But it has normally been for negative reasons. That is changing in 2024. An increased interest in witches in 2024. Why? Because people want to know how we do it, how we live such prosperous and abundance and trouble-free lives, and they don't. When you become a witch, your life becomes easier. When you become a witch, you no longer go through life the hard way. What happens to other people in the world will not happen to you, because they are not under the covering of ancestors or gods or goddesses or familiars or spirit animals. They just have their false god known as Jesus. Jesus, Muhammad are false gods. They are poor imitations of Hecate. Jesus, Muhammad are false gods of Hecate. That is the truth. Do what you want with it. It's the truth. There is going to be an entrance of witches so much in 2024 that people who laughed at witches, mocked witches, harassed witches, told jokes about witches at their expense are coming to high priests and high priestesses like myself to become witches, because they want real, significant, and permanently positive change through witchcraft. They no longer want to go through life the hard way. They're tired of relying on faith. They are tired of waiting months, years for Jesus to move in their lives. They want control over their lives. That's what witchcraft offers you. Control over your own life, because it is your life. Your life does not belong to anybody else but you. Your life is your own. You do not share your life with nobody. Not your child, not your husband, not your wife, not your best friend. Your life is your life. All of it. Keywords being all of it. Your life is your own. There are people, even now, coming to me, reaching out to me in messages and comments, wanting to know how to get real, significant, and permanently positive change through witchcraft. And I asked Hecate, why is there such a positive interest in witches in 2024? Because people are tired of being out of control. People are sick and tired of being sick and tired. They don't want to go through life the hard way. They don't want to be poor. They don't want to be destitute. They don't want to have to struggle every single day to make ends meet. They're tired of being tired. They want to do the one thing, the only thing that makes spells work. Real world action. You see, when you are a Christian or Muslim, you don't have to do anything. You just solely rely on Jesus or Muhammad. You sit around, twiddling your thumbs, hoping, relying on faith instead of actually doing something productive to get you where you want to be, where you know you should be, where you must be. But when you are a witch, you go for it. When you are a witch, you go the extra mile. When you are a witch, you put in the extra, oh yes, extra effort. Non-witches would never do that because they are not witches. They are not like how you and I am. They don't go for it. They don't even know how to go for it. Some are not even interested in going for it. They just live in la la land, land of imagination, hoping, relying on faith, and still in the same place in 2025. There is an increase in the interest of witches in 2024 because people want control over their own lives, and that can only happen if you are a witch. It will not happen if you are Christian, Muslim, Jewish, part of the Abrahamic faith. It's not going to happen. It can't happen. Because when you are a witch, you go the extra, oh yes, the extra mile. They do not. That's the big difference between witches and those of the Abrahamic faith. We go for it. They do not. They don't even know what it is. What it is abundance, prosperity, safety, happiness, love, health, wealth, house, clothes, relationships. They don't know how to do it. They don't. That's why their leaders, their pastors, their ministers get big fat checks when they sow into their ministries and their churches, and they still are living on food stamps. They're still living paycheck to paycheck. They're still poor, but that won't be you. If you call yourself a witch, that will not be you. That can't be you. Because witches are the only people on earth who will do real world action. Do you think that all these people who are celebrities, millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, is that how you say it? Yeah, trillionaires got that way by themselves? No. They got there by the help of a witch, a high priest, or a high priest. They did not do it alone. They did not. They did not. They did not. There is going to be an increase in the interest of witches in 2024 because their intuition is awakening. They are listening to their intuition. They are not denying it. They are not brushing it off. They are not, saying, oh, it's just my mind running away from me. No more of that. They are trusting their intuition, which is what all witches do. All witches trust their intuition. Witches know that our intuition is our inner compass. Our intuition is our inner compass. It will never leave you astray. You may not know why you have to do something or say something or be somewhere, but you do it. Because as witches, you trust your intuition 100%. There is no doubt. Your intuition, let me just say this. Your intuition would never tell you to do something that would get you killed or in prison. Okay? That's a big word for somebody watching. Your intuition would never tell you to do something that would get you killed or put in prison. It won't make you a felon. It won't make you a murderer. It won't make you get murdered. Can I say it like that? Okay. People are now finally listening to their intuition with no arguments, with no saying, I can't do that, I can't say that, I can't be there. The word can't is eliminated from their vocabulary. That word does not exist to witches. Can't. Maybe you can't, but I'm a witch, so I can. You can't because you are not a witch. That's not my problem. I can, you can also watch this broadcast because you are a witch. Witches operate in the impossible. Witches operate in the miraculous. Oh, yes, we do. Witches operate in the impossible. Witches operate in the supernatural and the miraculous. Other people do not, because they are not witches, and that's not our problem. Follow the path of the wise, which is the definition of witch. The definition of witch means wise one. Witches have nothing else to offer but sound wisdom that is helpful, that can break generational curses, that can mend broken hearts, that can find you true love, a wealth strategy to keep the money rolling in, to heal you if you have poor health, no matter how bad your health is. See, your health might be bad. Hell, you may even be paralyzed all over your body. Your chosen God or goddess or deity or familiar or spirit animal or ancestor can help with that. All you have to do is ask. All you have to do is ask. And then take the inspired action. That's it. That is it. People are having more interest in witches in 2024 because they also want better, finally better for their family members. They want to break generational curses. They want a real life romantic partner till death do them part. They want to be able to do just one money spell, one career spell, jumpstart their business, start a business, close down other businesses that have been causing problems for their business if it is justifiable. Only if it is justifiable can you do a spell to make somebody else's business fail. If they deserve it. I said this before. A curse can only work if the person deserves to be cursed. A causeless curse cannot hit. It cannot work. And witches have a lot of enemies. Our biggest enemies come from Christianity, right? Of course. We're not friends. We will never be friends. We will never extend the olive branch. And it's not because we are stingy or petty. It's because there is too much bad blood. That's why. The Christian people of the Abrahamic faith has never apologized for how they treated witches. They have never apologized for how they treated witches. They don't care. They are not interested in reconciling with witches. They're not interested in apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry, witches, for burning you alive and hanging you from the gallows. They're not interested. They're not interested. They will never apologize. Remember, when you are a Christian, you don't take on any accountability. You don't take on any personal responsibility. It's always somebody else's fault when you are a Christian. It's always the devil, Satan, Lucifer, the witches, the gays, the Democrats. Can I say it like that? Hillary Clinton's emails. Am I right? Yeah, I know I'm right. I know I'm right. I'm not wrong. I don't say that arrogantly. That's what Hecate has told me. And she does not lie. She does not lie. People have an interest in witches in 2024 because their life is spiraling out of control being a member of the Abrahamic faith. You know how abusive the church is. You know it. Most people don't even attend Sunday service when it is exclusively online anymore. Like, how much Bible can you get out of that book? Can I keep it real? How much Bible can you get out of that book? Give me a break. Seriously, before I hurt your feelings. Okay? And what I'm happy to see is that a lot of men are coming to me wanting to become witches. Not all gay men, straight men are willing to become witches. And we know that men can be witches. Witchcraft is gender neutral. Witches has always been open to both genders. Now, I'm not saying that if you have a coven, you must welcome a man. No, you don't have to welcome a man into your coven if you don't want to, because it's your coven. You can still exclude men, but just understand this. Witchcraft, I'm not talking about witches. I'm not talking about covens. I'm talking about witchcraft has always been open to both genders, or if you don't know what your gender is, it has been open to all genders. Let me just say that, all genders, because you might not know which one. At least not yet, anyway. Okay, so you can exclude men from your coven, but you cannot exclude men from witchcraft, because you can't regulate what people do behind closed doors. That's an invasion of privacy and really none of your business. Okay? So there are men reaching out to me and other high priestesses and other high priests wanting to become witches. I'm talking about real witches. I'm not talking about witches you see on TV and movies and books and cartoons. I'm talking about the real deal. The real deal. Not because they have problems in their life, but because they want to feel safe to be powerful again. Women become witches, most women anyway become witches because they want to feel powerful. I mean, what other creature, what other species can go into labor for 18 hours with a baby that weighs 10 pounds? That's a big ass baby, right? None. I said none. Witches not witches. Well, I'm talking about witches. Women want to be powerful again. This is not a feminist movement. I'm talking about witches. Forget about feminism right now. I'm not talking about feminism. I'm talking about witches. I'm talking about women. Women want to be safe, to be powerful, to have control over their own lives. Surprise, surprise, their own bodies. And we know that Roe versus Wade was recently turned over last year by the super conservative Supreme Court. So women want control over their bodies, their money, and more importantly, I believe, their mind, their spirit, their soul. They don't want to be underneath the feet of overweight, bald men with no lips and no ass. Okay, let me say it like that. Okay, no lips and a flat booty. They don't want that anymore. They don't want that anymore. I mean, it's 2024. The year is 2024. Not 1954. 2024 witches. There is an increase of witches in 2024. I believe it's very important. I believe it's going to be a big influence with the presidential election coming in November. And that is, they want to have a voice. Lots of people are silent for one reason or the other. They either have their mouths sewed shut, they are told to shut up, they are threatened to be hurt, beaten, murdered, raped, sexually assaulted if they do not keep quiet. They want a voice. They want a voice. And it's going to be a voice that rouses the ears of deaf men and deaf women. It is. They want their voice back. Witches know how powerful our words are. Witches know how powerful our words are. We know this already. So people who are becoming witches, who have already begun the process of becoming a witch, they want their voice to be heard loud and clear. No stuttering, no mumbling, no mumbling, just straight talk. Saying what they have to say with their whole chest. And be damned to anyone that dares to have the balls or the titties to interrupt them while they are speaking. Yeah, good luck with that. That's not going to be a good outcome for you when a person decides to become a witch because they want their voice back. And what a witch wants, a witch will get. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. So I wanted to come on here tonight and share live here, or if you are watching a replay, of why there is an increase interest of witches in 2024. And of course, like I said at the beginning of this broadcast, I, High Priestess Autumn Phoenix, will share it on my other social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and please be sure to turn on notifications to be alerted when I broadcast live or when I make a post, because for some reason people are not seeing my stuff. People are telling me, messaging me, commenting me that they're not seeing my stuff. I don't know what's going on with that. So to combat that, be sure to have notifications turned on so that you are alerted to when I am posting all things witches, witchcraft, and Hecate, and be sure to share my stuff to several witches, like 10, 20 witches, and your stories on your other social media platforms, and tell them that there is a high priestess here in New York who is anointed and appointed by the Queen of Witches, Hecate, to be a voice for witches who have ears to hear and hands to receive Hecate's best. Thank you for joining me, and I'll talk to you with you soon. Bye, everyone.